bed, get up. Get out of bed, live, love, laugh, and be happy.
Live from the Spring River, which almost came up over the shore, over the bank. I can't get over the bank, but the Spring River almost did. It is Saturday Morning Live with yours truly, Craig O'Neill, and his lovely wife of 53 years, Jane. Being brought to you today and every day by Walnetto Arts and Entertainment, where imagination makes me think this is all relevant. Come on. Don't it feel good? Yes, it feels good to be with us on a Saturday morning from the cabin. And welcome. Boy, do we ever, as always, has some things to talk about with you.
Yes, we do. I look so tiny over here.
You feeling tiny?
I look tiny. I'm just a little woman.
Hey, she just, don't say that in this age. Y'all get hashtagged.
I know.
We have a lot to talk about, beginning with a tea time we had yesterday with Jane's cousin, Maria, and her husband, Victor.
Jones, yes.
And they came over, and they have an antique booth in the Crystal Hill Antiques Mall. If you're ever at the Crystal Hill Antiques Mall, make sure you look for
Vic's Picks.
Vic's Picks.
Testing. Is my mic working?
Yes, your mic is working. It's Victor, so it's Vic's Picks. And they are remarkable.
Yeah, Victor specializes in prints and lithographs, and they've got all kinds of stuff, old albums, really nice things. And so they were over here having tea time, because I love to have tea time with my cousin Maria and Victor when he's there.
Hold it.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
Hold it. And the conversation shifts to things in this cabin.
Which is like a museum.
It is, because the cabin's been around since 1969. Jane's mother was, how can I put this politely, addicted to buying things. And one of the things that was in this cabin was this, how can I put it? This sculpture. It was an owl. In fact, now you can show it.
Well, out of the blue, it's been up here in the window, and my mother bought it back in the 60s and had it up in a window at the top of the stairs. And just out of the blue, I asked Victor.
Keep in mind, middle 60s. Go ahead.
Mid-60s, 1960s.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what do you think about this goofy-looking owl that my mother bought?
Which has always been in this cabin.
A mystery.
It has been cussed.
No, not always.
It has been, it's been for a long time. It has been ignored. It has been moved. It has been dropped. It
hasn't been dropped.
Ignored. Well, I dropped it. And it has been something that, quite frankly, I'm thinking garage sale or something.
No, I just didn't know.
And here it is.
Okay. Who would have thunk it?
This is it. So Victor and Maria, the antique specialists.
Well, Victor has an app on his phone, and he can take a picture of something, and it will give you it will tell you the history of it and what it's probably worth.
And now Saturday Morning Live turns into the Antiques Roadshow. Victor puts this on his app, takes a picture of it, goes to the app.
And he asked me, what do you think that's worth? And I said, $150. And he said, no. He said, one of these, evidently these were famous back in the 60s, and an antique dealer in Dallas sold one just like that for $1,800.
$1,800.
Good job, Mama.
$1,800. How about that? And Maria Shooty Swicegood, Marianne Williams, Lori Pluggy.
Here, I'll take it.
Alice Housley, you never saw that coming. I didn't.
Well, I'm putting it back in a place of honor. It's been in the window over there in the cabin, and I just
how that's been shoved around for over 50 years.
Well, when they sold the house, the house where it's still shaking, they took it out of there, and I think that's when they sold all their houses in Jonesboro. My mom brought it here, and it's just been sitting there, and it's just kind of been in the way, but it's there. Who would have thought? But I always thought and I don't know where she bought it, but she lucked out on that one.
Well, we don't. Yeah, that's right. We don't know where she bought it, but this is kind of what we've just been through. Is the attraction of the Antiques Roadshow something you've had around your home for a lifetime, and you never thought valuable, and lo and behold, with Victor's app, we find out it's worth over $1,800. That's what that show is based on. Things that you've taken for granted that you didn't realize were valuable, but these artifacts in your home suddenly turn out to be worth $1,800.
Well, that's what that guy sold one for.
Man, that would pay for electricity for a month.
Hey, it's not that bad.
Comment.
But anyway, I forgot what I was going to say, but it just it's still waggling.
It's amazing.
I know. Well, the reason we got on the subject is, did you tell them you're going to be hosting?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't come out with this. This is an Arkansas PBS responsibility to make it known that I'm going to be the host next spring of the Arkansas Treasures, which is the Arkansas version of the Antiques Roadshow, but they call it Arkansas Treasures. And we can't say anything about it now. Really can't divulge anything.
No, I sure wish I could bring this thing over there.
I know we're bringing that.
Okay, what do you think?
I'm going to be the host, but I'm going to leave it to Arkansas PBS to give everybody the news that I'm going to be the host. So you didn't hear it here. If anybody asked you, hey, so, and Herb Blair sent me an emoji that applauds. Herb, I'm taking this personally because your emoji is bald.
No, that's him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
That's his, you can make little avatars of yourself.
And everybody's saying hi this morning. And if you'd like to buy the owl as an investment, $1,800, like that.
By the way, the river is wonderful right now. I was really afraid I wouldn't get to swim, but it yesterday at 6:30 after our very informative tea time, I took a little swim, and the Spring River is perfect right now.
We went on a Praise the Owl swim.
I was so excited. I just had all this energy. I've got to go swim one more time.
One other thing to point out. I've been rereading all the Harry Potter books. Remember when they first came out, you read a Harry Potter book, and then 2 years later, the next Harry Potter book would come out, and then 2 years later, the next Harry Potter, and in between there'd be movies. No. Jane is the Harry Potter expert. You never want to play her and edit Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit.
Which I think I have up here. Oh, it's a
Well, nobody plays you because you know it all. So I decided, as a part of my mission to read the top 100 greatest novels of all time, Harry Potter and the whole series is rated seventh on the top 100 books. So I decided I'm going to read them all. So I've read them in succession, no lag time in between.
Did too.
And Jane's already read them again. And then we watched the movies. I'm telling you all, J.K. Rowling, that's a masterpiece. But the point being, so yesterday we find out about the owl, and then we watched the Harry Potter movie because I just finished book 6, and it's all about owls. So yesterday was a day for owls.
Yes. And I was going to color yesterday. I brought all my coloring stuff because I thought.
Where do you see this? You think
is
the
it
owl?
Okay?
Yeah, you can show it now.
I never know.
You think the owl is something. Look at this.
Well, I had posted the other day that I went on a coloring binge. My latest coloring page set is Travels to Imaginary Worlds on Fantastical Beasties. That almost sounds like a J.K. Rowling thing, but let's see. Here, I finally finished this one. I think I started.
Look at this, y'all. You think the owl is something. Look at that.
And I didn't realize how many of these feature music and singing. Now, this one's really weird. Okay, you can put down now. Hey, give back.
Let's do
Hello.
it. Let's do it gracefully.
Yes. And,
Look at this one, you all. Look at that one.
and I'm not quite finished with that, but I like it that, see, the big eye, the Google eye, whatever they are, each one of these, I could do a little story, but they have matching Calumphadumphums that they ride on, and they're mostly blind, so the little big-eyed things guide them, but the Malumphadumphums have acute hearing and smell, plus they have real good clinging toes. Bring it up a little bit so that they can climb the rocks. I haven't finished doing the rocks, but sometimes I like to color on one, then start on another one, and I started on this one.
Oh, look at this one, you all. Look at this one.
And-
These are so much fun.
And there's little kids climbing up his back. That's too dark right there, but back it up. There you go.
See them climbing
Climbing up,
his back.
they're going to take a ride through the forest of the singing finger trees. And I started going, okay, they look like fingers, right? Even though there's just 4 on each tree, but they're singing fingers.
See them?
I didn't want them to look like something else, but they're fingers that sing.
Oh.
I don't know where in the heck that idea came from, but
Jane, there isn't a person watching right now who isn't thinking needs to be a children's book.
and then this is the one I want to start
You're
on
out Susan.
next. Well, Dr. Seuss was one of my biggest.
Obviously.
That's the giant seahorse, coral seahorse, giving rides to the Little Mermaids.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to visit old King Crab, who's down there at the bottom. If you ever get to the bottom of the drive.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Scooch over a little bit. There's old King Crab down there in his coral castle. There you are.
King Crab.
But anyway,
These will be featured October the 12th,
No.
Harvest Fest in Hillcrest.
they're on my website.
They're also on Jane's website.
This is one thing you can buy directly from my website.
Jane's website.
Are the coloring page sets, and they come in an archival quality plastic bag. I know it's not a book. People wish I still had books, but I can afford to do this a lot better. And so you have your set, and this way several people can color all at once. But it's a collection of limited edition. This owl keeps shaking over here. Prints from my drawings, original drawings. These aren't drawings that have been in any other book, and they are available. One of them is almost sold out. But anyway, the newest one is Travels to Imaginary Lands on Fantastical Beasties, and it's available for purchase at my website with its new really, really, really long name, The Imaginary World of JaneFHankins.com.
Did y'all get that?
And I have a public page on Facebook you can go to, and a public and 2 Instagram pages. So you can look at it. But anyway, no, you're going to do you and Thomas are doing Harvest Fest. Am I
Yes,
talking
we're
too
doing
long?
Harvest Fest. And I will tell you, if you go on Jane's website and get one of those, chances are pretty good that it's going to be worth, in a matter of weeks, a lot more than an owl.
Well, I tell you, the way some of these people color, my gosh, it's beautiful.
We can always dream.
But my painted rocks, my crazy kooky painted rocks.
They're going to have the painted
You're going to
rocks.
have the painted rocks because I can't put those on my website.
And crystal jewelry.
Oh yeah, my son's crystal jewelry.
Remember, crystal's the oldest antique in Arkansas.
Yes,
4 million years old.
At least.
Can't beat that. So when my son makes jewelry, I want to talk Razorbacks just a little bit.
Oh really? Do you want me
Just
to
a
get
little
out
bit.
of here?
Because they barely won 70-0
Oh, that
over
was
UAPB.
sad.
But UAPB won the halftime show, you have to admit. We also want to mention that Benton had the most competitive game they've ever had over the last 6 years against Bryant last night, but Bryant won again. See, this is what happens when you get a Cracker Barrel
What?
in your town. I swear, if you check the towns with Cracker Barrels, their football team, for some reason, I'm just saying. Also, Central was beaten by Springdale very handily, and we want to mention Sheridan, who now has...
Totally upstaging you. I'm sorry, but he's staring at me.
Maybe that's why it's worth $1,800. You can't put it down.
Yeah, you can, but you can stare at me.
Sheridan beats Whitehall, and Sheridan's football team has been not that dominant over the last 15, 20 years. However, with Kevin Kelly, the former Pulaski Academy legendary coach, they beat Whitehall last night and beat them by a couple of touchdowns, as I recall. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Marion Williams says, hallelujah. And I think the Razorback would be cool if we beat Alabama like that.
Don't count on it.
We can always dream. Congratulations to Sheridan. You've come back. Your athletic program in just one magical weekend has returned to dominance. The Sheridan Yellow Jackets.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And it kind of hurts because I got to know all those players at Whitehall when I went down there and did their spring football games. So I got to know them. So I know they're not having a great weekend. But we are, thanks to the owl and Jane's artwork.
Can you see it better now?
There you go.
It needs a white background.
We got to go. Give them the website one more time.
The Imaginary World of JaneFHankins.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. It's 10:16. We got to run. Thank you all. Remember, treat everything in your home like it's worth $1,800.
Well, not
This has been Saturday Morning Live, brought to you by Walnetto Arts and Entertainment. And remember, if your life is not going the way it should, at least you're not stuck in an international space station with only one set of clothes and no washer dry.
Yeah. Elon Musk is going to fly you home.
There you go. Remember, we're on YouTube with the edited and graphic version of this show when my brother gets around to editing. Go to Craig O'Neill's Saturday Morning Live, Arkansas, and above all, hit subscribe so that we don't have to sell the owl.
He's still staring at me.